Well, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the Larry Bird career replay from his rookie season, 1979-1980. Celtics come into the game with a 3-3 record, and they'll be facing the Houston Rockets for the first time, which I believe they lost to in the first time they played them in Houston. In Boston, and this one is in Houston. And the Celtics come in 3-3. They were actually 4-2 on the actual season coming into this game. So we'll see how they can fare today. See if they can pull off a victory here. And I just want to say congratulations to the New England Patriots, who it looks like they're going to advance to the AFC Conference Championship for the 2018 season. We did a replay on our channel of that, so check that game out. Won't give you away any spoilers on that one. So the Celtics come in with a starting lineup as usual. Dave Cowens at center, Cedric Maxwell at power forward, Larry Bird at small forward, Chris Ford at guard, and Tarny Archibald the point guard. For the hometown Houston Rockets, Moses Malone at center, Rudy Tomjanovich, power forward, Robert Reed at small forward, Calvin Murphy at shooting guard, and Alan Leavell at point guard. So those are your starting lineups. Let's have the jump ball here at center court. And it's going to be won by, let's see here, it's going to be won by the Rockets. Malone has it. And he's going to pass it over to Reed. Reed with a great feed over to Murphy, and Murphy puts it up. So credit Reed with the assist on that. 2-0 Rockets. Celtics inbound it. They'll get it over to Ford. And it's going to be a foul on Tomjanovich. So it'll be Celtics will inbound it. First team foul. And it's going to be inbounded to get it over to Bird. And Bird will shoot a 2. And that is going to be good. So Larry Bird makes his first bucket to tie it at 2. Houston will push it up. And they'll get it over to Malone. And Malone is going to be fouled. Let's see what we got here. Foul or penalty. Yeah, so foul. And it's going to be on Cowens. Cowens with the foul. So Malone will go to the line and shoot 2. He's a 72% free throw shooter. First one is, just barely going to go in. Second one is going to be a miss. Rebound out to Maxwell. He'll pass it up to Ford. And Ford will turn it over. So Rockets will inbound it. Up by a score of 3-2. And they'll get it over to Murphy. Murphy will turn it over too, though. So Celtics ball now. And it's going to be a foul on Leavell. So second team foul, first person on Leavell. And it's going to be a steal by Reed. And he gets it over to Tomjanovich on the fast break. Shoots a 2. And that is going to be no good. And it's going to be a loose ball foul. Let's see. 54 defensive high, so it's going to be on Ford. So Ford with his first personal second team foul. Houston inbounds it. And they'll get it over to Murphy. Murphy shoots a 2. And great defense by Chris Ford. And Bird comes down with the board. Oh, no. Oh, Moses Malone. Moses Malone is going to be a 0, so he's 40. So Moses Malone is going to be out for the half. Ouch. So it looks like he tweaked an ankle or something there, and he'll be going to be out for the half. So a big blow for Houston as their starting center, not even 3 minutes into the game. I wonder where all the minutes are here. I don't see any minutes on here. So Malone is going to be out, and Dwight Jones is going to have to come in. He's their only other official center. All right. So we return back to the game. And Malone will just have to keep an eye on it. He's got to stay out for the half. All right, so Celtics inbound it. Dwight Jones now in for Malone. And they're going to get it over to Chris Ford. Chris Ford will shoot a 2. And that jumper will be good. So Celtics retake the lead. 4-3 now. And they get it over to Murphy. And that's going to be a foul on Chris Ford, his second. So Chris Ford will come out. There are all the numbers that were missing before. So Chris Ford comes up. ML comes in to take his place. Houston inbounds it. And they'll get it over to Murphy. Murphy will shoot a 2. And that will not fall. As Cowens comes down with the board for the Celtics. Gets it over to ML Carr, now in the game for Ford. And he's going to shoot a 2. And that jumper will be good. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, no substitutions there. No assists there. So Celtics now with a 6-3 lead. And they'll get it over to Reed. Reed shoots a 2. And that is going to be good as Bird almost gets a piece of it, but not quite. Lavelle with the assist. Celtics by 1. Push it up. Get it over to Cowens. Cowens will shoot a 2. And the spin move will not fall. Tomjanovich with the board for Houston. And they'll push it up. Over to Reed. And his jumper will be good. So Houston retakes the lead 7-6. And Murphy's going to be called for the foul. Celtics inbound it. Third team foul. And first personal for Murphy. Get over to Carr. Carr shoots a 2. And his jumper is going to be good. Assist to Cowens. Houston pushes it up. Gets it over to Tomjanovich. And his layup will be good. So the Celtics set it up. Over to Mr. Larry Bird. And that is going to be... It's going to be good. So Bird now with 4 points. No assists on the play. Houston inbounds it. They'll get it over to Dwight Jones. Dwight Jones will shoot a 2. And the reverse layup will be defended by Cowens. Maxwell comes down with the board. Celtics pass it up to Maxwell. Back to Maxwell. He's going to be fouled by Tom Janovich. And that's his second person. We'll be right back. All right, Rick Barry will come on off the bench, replacing Tom Janovich, who sits with 2 personal fouls. And Celtics will be in the bonus from now on for the rest of the first quarter. And it's going to be a foul by Lavelle. So that's his second personal. I'll be right back, and Collins will shoot 2. All right, Lavelle comes out, and Henderson comes in at point guard. Collins will shoot 2, 78% free throw shooter. And the first one is nothing but net. And the second one goes. So he makes both shots, and it's now a 3-point lead for the Celtics. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. And they'll get it up to Tom Henderson, newly in the game. And Henderson will be fouled. And he'll be fouled by Archibald, his first personal. Celtics now will be in the penalty for the rest of the quarter. So both teams will shoot 2 free throws for the remainder of the quarter when they're fouled. So Henderson, 73% free throw shooter. First shot is good. Second shot also good, so he makes both of them. So Celtics lead down to 1. And they'll get it over to Archibald. Archibald with a great feed. Over to Maxwell. Maxwell puts it up, and it's good. So Maxwell with his first bucket of the game. Archibald his first assist. Celtics leads back up to 3. Houston inbounds it. Gets it over to Barry just in the game. And Barry will give a great feed. Great pass over to Murphy. Murphy gets his second bucket of the day, now up to 4 points. Barry with his first assist. Celtics get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell shoots 2. And his jumper is going to be off the mark. But Archibald comes down with the board. Shoots a 2. And great defense by Henderson. Barry comes down with the board. He'll pass it. Can't find anybody open at first. Still can't find anybody open. Gets it over to Jones, and he'll have to force a shot as the shot clock is running down. And great defense by Collins. But Reed comes down with the offensive board. Puts it up. And that is going to be good. So Reed now with 6 points, and we'll be right back after these substitutions. All right, Celtics inbound it after multiple substitutions by both teams. And it's going to be immediate foul on Dwight Jones, his first personal. So Roby will go now just in the game, will go to line to shoot 2, 68% free throw shooter. First shot's no good. Second one good. So 1 out of 2 from the line for Roby. Ties the game at 15. Houston inbounds it. Gets it over to Murphy. Murphy shoots a 2. And that jumper is going to be good. So Jones with the assist on that. 2-point lead for Houston. Celtics push it up. Get it over to M.O. Carr. M.O. Carr with a great assist pass. Feeds it to Archibald. And that'll be good. 17-17 now. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. it's going to be over to Barry. And Barry will shoot a 3. And that will not fall. Way off the mark there. Bird now at power forward comes down with the rebound. He'll pass it over to Archibald. And that will go. Major Jones now in at power forward comes down with the rebound. Gets it over to Murphy. Murphy shoots a 2. And that is going to be a miss. Roby with the board. Slows it down. Celtics can set up. Over to Judkins. Now the new small forward. And that'll be a miss. Dwight Jones with the board. Houston brings it up. And they'll get it over to Murphy. And the jumper will be good. Houston takes the lead. Celtics get it over to Bird. Bird shoots a 2. And that won't go. Murphy with the board for Houston. I'll pass it over to... Oh, it's going to be stolen by ML Carr. And that's going to be re-stolen by Henderson for Houston. So back-to-back steals there by both teams. So over to... Over to Henderson. Henderson with a great feed. To Murphy and puts it up and it's good. So 4-point lead now for Houston. And we're right back at these substitutions. Alright. So Celtics inbounded down by 4. 2 minutes 12 seconds left in the quarter. We'll get it over to Gerald Henderson now in the game for the Celtics at power forward. Shoots it up. And the shot's going to be good by Henderson. And let's see here. That is going to go over to... no assist on the play. So Houston with it now. And they'll get it over to Dwight Jones. Dwight Jones will turn it over, though. So Celtics ball. And immediately going to be stolen back by Major Jones. And they'll go on the fast break to Barry. Barry with a great feed. Great feed over to Henderson, who lays it up. So 4-point lead again, 23-19 for Houston as we near the 1 minute mark of the first quarter. And Maxwell has it, but he's going to be fouled. And he'll be fouled by Major Jones, his first personal. So Max will go to the line and shoot 2. He's 79% free throw shooter. First one's good. And the second one also good. So he makes both of them. And it's going to be over to Barry. Barry with a three-pointer, and his three-pointer is going to be good. So Barry nails the first three-pointer for either team, and it's now a 5-point lead for Houston. Celtics get it over to Cowens. Cowens in the reverse layup will not go. In and out. As Maxwell comes down with the board. And he will be fouled. And it's going to be foul on Rick Barry, his first personal. So Maxwell will go to the line and shoot two. So Maxwell 2 for 2. First one's good. Second one's good, so 2 for 2. So he's a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Cuts the lead to 3 now. Houston inbounds it. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Gets it over to Barry. Barry will shoot another 3. This one won't go. As Maxwell comes down with the board. He'll pass it over to Henderson. And Henderson will turn it over. So it's now the Celtics turnover. Inbounded and pushed up by Houston. And they get it over to Dwight Jones at center. Shoots a 2. And that'll be good. So Houston lead back up to 5. Celtics playing for the last shot. They get it over to Judkins. Judkins puts it up. And it's going to be blocked by Barry. Dwight Jones with the rebound. Barry on the fast break. Shoots a 2. And great defense by Judkins. As Barry has it now. And he'll pass it. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So after the first quarter, Houston leads 28-23. So we'll be right back with the start of the second quarter. Okay. Alrighty, here we are for the start of the second quarter. Congratulations to the Patriots who have moved on to the AFC Championship game against either the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll find out tomorrow who is going to win that. And we're also going to be replaying that, doing a pre-play or replay of the, I'm not sure which it's going to be, probably a pre-play. Or actually I don't know, we'll see. Of the Jacksonville-Pittsburgh game, so check that out on our channel too. As well as the last other game, the Minnesota and New Orleans game too. So lots of good stuff coming up in the NFL and on our channel. So check those out. And those will be using 2nd and 10 football. All right, so we're at the start of the second quarter. Celtics will inbound it. And they're going to get it over to Archer. No. Nobody can get open yet. Finally, Maxwell becomes open, and he's going to be fouled by Barry. His second personal, first team foul for the second quarter. Celtics inbound it. And they'll get it over to Archibald. Archibald will shoot a 2. And that is going to be off the mark. Robert Reed with the defensive board. And they'll slow it down and get it over Tom Janovich, just back in the game. And he will shoot a 2. And that will not go. And rebound battle won by Bird. And Celtics will go on the fast break with Cowens. And he'll put it up. And that is going to be good. So Cowens now with 4 points. Credit the assist to Ford, his first. So the Celtics down by 3 now. The Celtics did have a 29-20 lead in this game in real life. So and then they were in a deficit here at this one. So see if they can make up some ground here in the second quarter here. As Houston in the real game outscored them 30 to 21. So let's see if the Celtics can reverse that a little bit and get back into this game. Well, I mean, maybe even possibly take the lead by halftime. So it's going to go over to Reed. Reed will shoot a 2. And that will be no good. Ooh, it's going to be defended, though, actually by Cowens. So Major Jones will come down with the offensive board. And he'll pass it over to Murphy. Murphy will shoot a 2. And that will fall. And loose ball foul. And it's going to be on Reed. So Celtics ball after the offensive foul by Reed. His first personal. So Celtics get it into Maxwell. He'll shoot a 2. And that'll be good. Collins with the assist. So Maxwell leads the Celtics with 8 points. Maxwell having a fine season so far. And they get it over to Tom Janovich. Tom Janovich will give a great feed over to Major Jones. He puts it up, and it's good. So Major Jones with his first points of the game. Tom Janovich with his first assist. And they'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell will shoot a 2. And the reverse layup is going to be good, and he'll draw the foul. So Maxwell, a master at drawing fouls, will be eligible for the three-point play and tie this game up. So the guard 44. So it's going to be a a foul on Reed. No assist on the play. So Max will go to the line and shoot one. Try to complete the 3-point play. He's 4 for 4 so far today. And that's going to be good. 5 for 5. And we have a tie game. As Houston inbounds it. Gets it over to Barry. Barry with a great feed. Over to Murphy, who puts it up and good. So Murphy leads all scorers with 12 points now for the Rockets. Celtics inbound it. Over to Bird. And Bird's shot is good. So Bird now with 6 points. Credit Archibald with his second assist. Game tied again now at 32. And they'll get it over to Barry. Barry will turn it over though. So Celtics ball. And it's going to be stolen by Reed. And they almost went on to fast break, but decided against it as they set up. Celtics got back quickly. And it's going to be a turnover by Major Jones. So we'll be right back. All right, so Celtics inbound it over to Archibald. Archibald shoots a 2. And that will not fall. Major Jones with their board. Gets it over to Murphy. Shoots a 2. And great defense by Archibald. Forces the miss. And it goes be a jump ball though. The jump ball will be won by Houston. And if that's going to be a foul on Roby. His first personal. First team foul. Houston inbounds it. Gets it over to Murphy. Murphy shoots a 2. And that will not fall. Bird with the board. Pass it over to Ford. Ford will shoot a 3. And that won't fall. Major Jones with the rebound. Over to White. Rudy White now just in the game. And that's going to be blocked by Ford. Archibald with the rebound. Oh, Major Jones. Another injury possibly to another center. Well, he's a power forward mostly, but he's a center too. So, this game, he's going to be out this game +1. So, Major Jones is out. So, Major Jones will have to come out of the game. So, I'll have to put a 1 in here because he'll be out another game in addition to this one. So, who are we going to have coming at center? So, it looks like Dwight Jones is going to have to come back in. Running out of height here, as Moses Malone is out for the half, so we can't bring him in. Let's see here. So, I'll have Gerald Henderson come back in for a little bit. And Collins can come back in. Yeah, we'll leave him out. We'll keep Roby in there. I guess we're good for now. All right. Well, Celtics inbound it. And they'll get it over to Bird. And Bird will shoot a 2. And that's going to be good. So Larry Bird shooting well here in the first half. Now has 8 points. And it's going to be a steal by Bird on the inbound pass. Gets it over to Henderson on the fast break. Puts it up. And his jumper is going to be good as Levo almost gets a piece of it. Lavelle. So the Celtics now take a 4-point lead. Credit the assist to Bird, his first. So Celtics starting to click now. And it's going to be a pass over to Lavelle. And that's going to be a great feed over to Tomjanovich. We'll put it up, and it's good. Celtics lead by 2 in the ball. And it's going to be a foul on Rudy White, his first personal. 4th team foul, so the Celtics will be in the bonus after this the rest of the way. 6 minutes, 48 seconds left in the first half. Ooh, and it's going to be a foul by Dwight Jones. And Roby will go to the line and shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 from the line so far today. First one's good. And second one also falls. So he makes both of them. Celtics lead back up to 4. And they get it over to White. And it's going to be a turnover. White turns it over. Throws it away, and it'll be a Celtics ball and a 4-point lead. And it's going to be a foul immediately on Dwight Jones. So Dwight Jones in foul trouble now. So their centers are having an issue today, either fouling out or getting injured or something. So we'll be right back and see who we can fit in now at center. All right, so Robert Reed is going to have to come in at center. So shooting foul. So Roby will go to the line and shoot 2. Roby's 3 for 4 from the line. Hold on there. Yeah, Roby will go to the line and shoot another pair. I thought he had just done it, but he did. He's going to go to the line again and shoot another 2. The first one is good. So he makes both of those. Now 5 for 6 from the pinstripe. Or whatever you call it. So Celtics now with a 6-point lead. Houston ball. Houston pushes it up, gets it over to Lavelle. And he's going to give a great feed inside over to Barry. Puts it up and good. So Barry with 5 points. Assist goes to Lavelle, his 3rd. 40-36 Celtics. And I'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell will put up a 2. And that will not go. Tomjanovich comes down with the board. He'll pass it over to finally gets it over to White. And White's going to turn it over. Travel and White. Celtics ball. Gets it over to Bird. Bird will shoot a 3 from a shot from beyond the arc. And that won't fall. As Tomjanovich comes down with the board. Pass it over to Lavelle. Lavelle with a great feed to Barry. Barry now with 7 points on the day. Celtic lead down to 2. And I get it over to Roby. Roby will shoot a 2. And that is in and out. Maxwell with the offensive board though. Puts it back up. And his spin move is going to be good. So Maxwell with 13 points now. Houston pushes it up. Gets it over to Barry. Barry shoots a 2. And that will not fall. However, the HRF is 5, so that is going to be good. There's his. Alright, so let's see. Assists goes to Reed. Celtics inbound it. Over to Roby. Roby shoots a 2. And that is going to be good, and he'll draw the foul. So Roby with a 3-point play try here. And it's going to be a foul on Reed. Hold on here. All right, and that is going to be a assist for Henderson there. Just wanted to check on that. All right. All right, so 2 free throws to make 1 here. So Roby will shoot the first one. And that's going to be a miss. So we'll get another one here. And he makes the second one. So he might convert the 3-point play. Celtics lead now 5. Houston inbounds it. Ooh, almost a steal by Roby. Instead, Reed will shoot a 2. And that is going to be good. And I forgot we got to have Reed playing safe here. All right, so 3-point Celtic lead in the ball. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And then it'll go over to Henderson. And that will... Ooh, it'll come in and out and go back down. So Henderson with 6 points now. Houston inbounds it. Pass it around. And finally Barry gets open. And he's going to shoot a 3. And that won't fall. Tomjanovich with the offensive board. Puts it back up. No good. And it's going to call a jump ball. So jump ball goes to Houston. And it's going to be stolen by Gerald Henderson. Celtics. Houston gets back quickly. Celtics set it up. Gets it over to Bird. Bird with the shot. And that's going to be a miss. And Reed will come down with the defensive board. I'll pass it over to Lavelle. Lavelle will turn it over, though. And he'll be right back and make some substitutions. All right, we're back after the turnover. Celtics ball. It's a 5-point lead. And it's going to get over to Archibald. Archibald with a great feed. Over to Carr. Puts it up and good. So Carr now with 6 points off the bench. Archibald with his 3rd assist. Celtics lead up to 7. And we'll be right back because we had a wardrobe malfunction here as our glasses fell off. Alright, we're back. Alright, so let's see here. So Tomjanovich cannot get the ball to him. Can't get it to Lavelle either. Eventually Reed gets open. They get it over to him. And his jumper will be off the mark. Offensive board by Barry, though. And he's going to be fouled. And it's going to be a foul on ML Carr, his first. So the Celtics second team foul, but he was in the act of shooting, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Barry, a 94% free throw shooter, so almost automatic. First one's good. And he makes both of them. Celtics lead now 5 in the ball. 2 minutes left till halftime. And let's see here. Gets it over to Archibald. Archibald shoots a 2. And that won't go. And Reed with the board. Houston sets it up. Over to Tomjanovich. And the reverse layup will be no good. Archibald with the board. Celtics set it up. And it's going to be a foul on Barry. His third personal. So Carr will go to the line to shoot 2 right after this. Alrighty, so Carr to the line to shoot 2. 74% free throw shooter. His first free throws of the day. First one's good. And they'll both fall. Celtics lead up to 7 now. So Celtics have rebounded this second quarter to come back and have a 7-point lead. See what they can do by halftime. It's going to get it over to Reed. Reed shoots a 2. And great defense by Cowens. And let's see. However, it's going to be a foul on Cowens. So Celtics 14 foul. So after this, they'll be in the penalty. Cowens' second personal foul. And they'll get it over to Lavelle. And Lavelle will give a great feed over to Tomjanovich. Puts it up and good. Lavelle with his 5th assist of the game. Celtics ball. And it's going to be stolen by Lavelle. And they'll set it up as the Celtics get back. And I'll get it over to Lavelle. Great with a great feed. Over to Tomjanovich. Puts it up and in. Tomjanovich with 8 points. 6 assists now for Lavelle. Celtics lead down to 3 now. And they'll get it over to Ford. No, actually Ford won't be open. Neither will Archibald. And they'll give it over to Carr. And he'll put up a force 2. And momentum is +2, so that shot will be good. So Celtics lead 5 now. And Houston will play for the last shot here. And they'll get it over to Murphy. Murphy with 12 points in this game. And that shot will be... Oh, as Ford, great defense by Ford, causes the miss there. Jones with the offensive board. And he'll shoot a 2 at the buzzer. And that will not go. Well, I guess it wasn't going to be at the buzzer. Murphy with the board. And he's going to get a chance to shoot a 2. Great defense again by Ford. As Roby comes down with the board. And that will be it. As the Celtics take a 5-point lead into the locker room at halftime. 53-48. In the actual game, it was a 50-50 tie. So the Celtics have a little bit of advantage here. They would end up winning this game by 1, the Celtics. So let's see if they can carry that 5-point lead into the third and fourth quarters and hopefully build upon it. So we will see you at the start of the second half, right after these commercial messages. Alrighty, here we are at the start of the third quarter here. Oops, I forgot to make substitutions. I'll be right back. Alrighty, start is back for both teams. Celtics with a 5-point lead and the ball. And it's going to go over to Mr. Larry Bird, who has 8 points on the game so far. And we wouldn't do something we normally do, so we're gonna go over to our stats here and view those for a second. So we forgot to do that at halftime. So Maxwell leads the Celtics with 13 points. ML Carr with 10 points. Larry Bird with 8 points. Rebounds, Maxwell leads with 5. And Bird actually shooting really well. 4 for 7. No 3-point shots yet. 4 rebounds. So having a decent game so far. Hopefully he'll continue that for full games. A lot of times in the second half he tends to cool off. Hopefully he'll continue that. Celtics can get a win. For Houston, Calvin Murphy leads with 12 points. Tomjanovich with 8 points, and also Reed. Rick Barry with a huge 11 points off the bench. Moses Malone, unfortunately, only played 2 minutes before he got an injury to keep him out for the half, but he's back now. And all in all, Celtics 54%, and it's almost the same as the score, 54% from the floor and 48% for Houston, so both teams shooting pretty well. Free throw line 88% for the Celtics, 83% for Houston. All right, and we're back to the action here. So let's see. So it goes over to Mr. Larry Bird. Bird will turn it over, though. Uh-oh, not a good start. Not a good start for the Celtics and Bird here in the second half. Houston inbounds it, and Maxwell will steal it right back. And Houston gets back quickly. Celtics get it over to Cowens. Cowens with a great feed. Feed over to Chris Ford. Ford with 4 points, and Cowens with his 3rd assist on the day. Celtics lead back up to 7. And they'll get it over to Murphy. Murphy will shoot a 2. And great defense by Ford causes that miss. Cowens rips down the board. Gets it over to Archibald on the fast break. Archibald will feed it back to Cowens. He lays it up and in. So Cowens now with 6 points. Archibald his 4th assist. Celtics lead up to 9, the largest lead by either team so far today, as the game has been pretty close overall, but Celtics starting to open it up a little bit here. And they get it over to Malone fresh here at the half. And he'll turn it over right away. So he travels, a little rusty there. I wonder how the ankle really is, if it's all right. We'll see as the game goes on. And they'll get it over to Bird. Bird will shoot another 3. And this one won't fall. And Lavelle will come down with the board for Houston. Pass it over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich puts up a 2. And that will be good. So Tomjanovich now in double figures with 10 points. And they'll get it over to Chris. No, Chris Ford's not open. Neither is Archibald. And they finally get it over, dish it out to Cowens, who's going to have to put it up quickly. Oh, actually, no, Cowens isn't open. Oh, it's going to be a shot clock violation, as they can't get it to anybody open. So that'll be a turnover. So Houston ball now. Give it to Lavelle. And his jumper is going to be no good. Bird down with the board. Celtics set it up. Back over to Bird. Shoots a 2. And that's going to, power move is going to be good. So Bird now double digits with 10. Archibald his 5th assist. Celtics lead 9, 59-50. And over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich shoots a 2. And it's going to be a block by Maxwell. And it's going to be a foul, though, on Ford. So Houston will inbound it. First team foul. And for the Celtics. Third foul on Ford. And they'll get it over to Lavelle. And it's going to be a block by Cowens. Cowens with his own board after the block. And it's going to be stolen by Malone. Feeds it to Murphy on the fast break. Drives in. And it'll be good. So 59-52 Celtics. Celtics push it up, get it over to Archibald. And that jumper is going to be good. And we'll be right back, see if we make any substitutions. All right, Houston inbounds it. Celtics with a 9-point lead. 8 minutes, 48 seconds left in the third quarter. And they'll get it over to Malone. Malone will shoot a 2. And his reverse layup is going to be good. Celtics push it up. Get it over to Cowens. Cowens shoots a 2. And his shot is going to be good. Because of the momentum there. Archibald his 6th assist. And Houston will call a timeout. Kill some of that momentum. Celtics with a 9-point lead. And foul's going to be a foul on Cowens, his 3rd personal. 2nd team foul. Houston inbounds it. Over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich will shoot a 2. And it's going to be great defense by Maxwell. And it's going to go out of bounds and be Houston ball. Get it in over to Malone. Malone shoots a 2. And great defense by Cowens. Tomjanovich with the offensive board. Puts it back up. And that's going to be good. 7-point Celtic lead in the ball. Over to Maxwell. And Maxwell with a great feed. An inside pass over to Bird. Up and in. Bird now with 12 points. Maxwell his 1st assist. Celtics 9-point lead. Over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich puts it up. And great defense by Maxwell. And Bird's unable to get to it. Almost is able to, but not quite. As Tomjanovich pulls down the offensive board. Puts it up. And it's going to be good. And he will draw the foul. So 3-point play possibly. And it's going to be foul on Maxwell, his 1st personal. So Tomjanovich will try to complete the 3-point play. And he will. He's 1 for 1 from the free throw line now. It's a 6-point Celtics lead. And they get it over to Bird. Bird will shoot it 2. And, the HRF is going to force a miss. Bird victimized by the non-home field advantage there. And the rebound for Houston. And he'll shoot it. Reed will shoot the 2. And that won't go. Maxwell with the board. Pass it over to Bird. And that's going to be a turnover. It's a turnover forced by Houston. So Houston can close the gap now. Make it a 1-possession game possibly. Get it over to Reed. Reed shoots a 2. And, Bird almost gets a piece of it, but not quite. And that'll be good. So Celtics lead down to 4. I'll get it over to Ford. Shoots a 2. And his jumper will be good. (67-61) Celtics. Over to Lavelle. Lavelle shoots the 2. In and out. Collins with the board. Houston back quickly. Over to Cowens. Cowens shoots a 2. And that will not go. Goes out of bounds, and it's Houston ball. So over to Lavelle. Lavelle shoots the 2. And that jumper will be no good, but he will draw the foul. And it's going to be on Chris Ford, his 4th personal. So Lavelle will go to the line to shoot 2. We'll be right back. All right, both teams substitutions. Lavelle comes to the line to shoot 2. 81% free throw shooter. First one's good. And he'll make both of them. So Celtics lead down to 4 now. Celtics inbound it. Over to Judkins. And he'll shoot a 2. And that jumper is going to be good. So Judkins with his first points of the game. Roby with the assist. Inbounded. It's going to be a quick foul on Roby though. So Celtics are in the penalty now. Houston has yet to commit a foul in the quarter. And Lavelle will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's good. And second one will be off the mark, so 1 of 2. As Malone rips down the rebound. Puts it back up. And his jumper is going to be good. Celtic lead 3. I'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell's shot will be off the mark. Malone with the board. He'll pass it. It'll be stolen by Henderson. Houston gets back. Over to Roby. Roby shoots a 2. And his jumper will not go, but he will draw the foul. And it's going to be on White. So White with his second personal. First team foul for Houston in the quarter. As they approach 5-minute mark of the third quarter. So it's going to be, who's in the act of shooting. So Roby will go to the line to shoot 2. 6 for 8 from the line so far today. First one's no good. And he gets 1 out of 2. Celtics with a 4-point lead. Houston ball. Over to Barry. Barry will shoot a 3. And that will be good. That'll pull the Rockets to within 1. Celtics, they don't need to really take a timeout. No momentum thing here. Actually, we will call a timeout so we can get some players back on. Alrighty, Celtics regroup and get some of their starters back on. They'll inbound it. Over to Archibald. Archibald's shot will not go. Malone with the rebound. And it's going to be a foul on Cowens. His 4th personal, so Roby will check back in. And Malone will go to the line to shoot 1 for 2 from the line today. First one's no good. Second one's good, so 1 for 2. Ties the game at 70. Celtics with the ball. And it's going to be a great assist pass over to Maxwell. Maxwell will put it in. Carr with the assist. Celtics 2-point lead, 72-70. Over to Murphy. Murphy with 14 points on the game. Murphy's going to shoot a 2. And it's going to be off the mark. Bird with the board. Gets back to him. Puts it up. And that runner will not fall. It's Reed with great defense. As Lavelle comes down with the board. Celtics get back. Over to Reed. Reed shoots a 2. And that will be no good. Malone comes down with the board. And he puts it up. And that'll be good. So Malone with 8 points. Tied up at 72. I'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell with a great feed. To Roby. Roby puts it up and good. So Roby with double digits now. Assist to Maxwell. Celtics up by 2 as we near 3-minute mark over the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be a foul on Archibald. So Malone will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 2 for 4. First one's a miss. And he'll make the second one. Gets it to fall. So 1 out of 2 there. It's now 74-73 game favor of the Celtics. We'll be right back. All right, Celtics inbounded up by 1. Get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell shoots a 2. And that'll be good. So Maxwell with 17 points to lead the Celtics. Houston ball down by 3. Get it over to Murphy. Murphy with a great feed. Great inside pass over to Reed. Puts it up and in. Murphy with his first assist. Celtics inbound it. And then they'll turn it over as Henderson turns it over. So Houston with a chance to go on top, get back on top. And they'll get it over to Reed. Reed will shoot a 2, and that won't go. But Barry comes down with the board, puts it up, and his jumper will be good. So Houston with the lead for the first time this half, definitely. First time since halfway through the second quarter. Celtics inbound it. Over to Roby. Roby puts it up, and it's good. So Roby with 13 points, put the Celtics back up on top. And they'll get it over to Barry. Barry will shoot a 3, and that will be a swish, nothing but net. So that'll give Houston a 2-point lead. Celtics with the ball. Still have the momentum as they get it over to Roby. Roby will turn it over, though. So you approach the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. Celtics down by 2. Houston with the ball. Barry will shoot another 3-pointer. And another, oh my goodness, another clutch 3-pointer. 5-point lead now for Houston. The crowd is starting to get into it now, as Houston has come charging back here to take the lead. And they'll get it over to Henderson. Henderson will shoot a 2, and his jumper will be good. So Henderson with 8 points. Celtics within 3. Over to Reed, and his jumper won't go. Maxwell with the board. Celtics set it up. As we have forced shot by Maxwell. And he'll shoot it, put up a 2. And that's going to be easily blocked by, or defended by Barry. Forces the miss. Reed down with the board. They'll play for the last shot here. Barry shoots a 2. And that is going to be good. Celtics possibility with another chance here. And it's going to be a drive by Henderson, and he'll get it to fall. The Celtics are able to answer with just a couple seconds left. And that'll do it in the third quarter. So Houston comes charging back to take an 85-82 lead in the actual game. Houston had a let's see, what was the lead? 75. Actually, Celtics had a 75-70 lead. So a little bit higher scoring here, but Houston with a 3-point lead. Celtics had a 5-point lead. Houston would outscore the Celtics by 4 points in the fourth quarter. So hopefully we'll have an opposite quarter, as we have been kind of having opposite quarters so far. So let's see if we can get another one here, and the Celtics can pull out a victory here. So we'll be right back after some substitutions. Alrighty, here we are at the start of the fourth quarter. All the starters in for the Celtics, and most of the starters in except for Henderson, in for except for Robert Reed, who has a lot of minutes. So Henderson will come in to start the fourth, and Houston will have the ball in a 3-point lead. They pass it over to Malone. Malone will shoot a 2. And he can't get that one to fall. And Lavelle will come down with the board. over, and he'll shoot a 2. And his jumper will be off the mark. Jump ball. Celtics get the jump ball. Over to Cowens. Cowens shoots a 2. And his jumper won't go. Henderson with the board. And he'll get it over to Malone. Malone shoots a 2. And great defense by Cowens. Malone rips down the board though. Puts it back up. And this one won't go either. Murphy with the offensive board. I'll put it back up. And that won't go. And it's going to be a foul on Ford, his 5th. So Ford now in foul trouble. And it's going to be a Celtics steal. And Celtics will set it up. And they'll get it over to Ford. Ford playing with 5 personal. And that will go, but he'll draw the foul. And it's going to be a foul on Murphy, his 2nd personal. So Ford will go to the line and shoot 2 as he was in the active shooting. 75% free throw shooter, his first free throw attempts. And the first one's going to be a miss. And the second one will be good, 1 of 2. So 2-point lead. And we'll be right back as we're going to take Ford out. We can't actually all right. So Houston with the ball up by 2. Tomjanovich with it, puts it up. And it's going to be blocked by Maxwell. As Ford comes down with the board. He'll pass it over to Maxwell. Maxwell puts it up. And his jumper won't fall. Murphy with the board for Houston. Fast break over to Tomjanovich. Puts it up. And that. So let's see here. So 98. So the HRF is a 5. So that's going to be good. So home court advantage there pays off for the Rockets. So we'll be right back. I don't really want to call a timeout, but we'll just have Ford play safe. Okay. All right. So we want to kill that momentum that we have. So it's going to be assisted. Let's see. Power forward center. Okay. So Celtics inbound it. It's going to be over to Bird. Bird's been relatively quiet today. At least in the second half. They're going to need him to step it up, and he is going to commit a turnover. So Bird has committed a couple turnovers in the second half here. Which has happened to him quite often, more often than we'd like. This is his rookie season, though, so sure there's some adjustment there. Ooh, and Murphy will turn it over. So Celtics get the ball back. And it's going to be over to Bird. Bird will put it up. And that will not go. Lavelle with the board. Pass it over to Over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich will put it up. And his shot is going to be no good as it's momentum. Archibald comes down with it. Celtics set up. And it's going to be over to Maxwell. Maxwell put up a 2. And the up and under will not go in. Archibald with a board. Puts it back up. His jumper will go. It'll be out of bounds. Celtics ball. So we're going to pull Ford out and put ML Carr in. All right. So Celtics ball down by 4. And they'll get it over to Cowens. Cowens puts it up. And that won't go. Tomjanovich with the board. Fast break pass over to White. Shoots a 2. And that won't go. Cowens with the board. He'll pass it over to Maxwell. Maxwell will turn it over, though. Houston inbounds it. Over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich shoots a 2. And that spin move won't go. Maxwell with the board. Celtics set up. Oh, it's going to be a steal, though, by White. And that's going to be no good. So they'll hold back. And Tomjanovich shoots a 2. And it's going to be great defense. HRF, but the defense thing gets it. So Maxwell. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Houston ball. 8 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game. Celtics down by 4. Houston with the ball. And White will take the shot. His jumper won't go. Maxwell with the board. Oh no, Larry Bird. Oh, no injury. Woo! So no injury for Bird. Okay. All right, Celtics inbound it. Thank God for that. So Archibald with the ball. He'll shoot a 2. And that's going to be good. So Celtics pull within 2. Houston inbounds it. And it's going to get over to Malone. Malone will shoot a 2. And that won't go. Cowens rips down the board. Celtics set it up. Oh, it's going to be another steal by White, though. And he feeds it to Lavelle on the fast break. And he'll give a great pass over inside to White, who puts it up for the basket. It's a 4-point Houston lead. And Maxwell's going to get fouled. And it's going to be on Lavelle, his third personal. So Maxwell will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 5 for 5 from the line. Perfect so far today. Shouldn't have said that. He misses that one. And he'll miss both now. So Maxwell would have been perfect from the line before that. Misses both free throws at a key time here for the Celtics. Getting down towards crunch time here. And Tomjanovich will come down with the board. And, oh, no steal for Maxwell, almost. So, 2-point shot for Tomjanovich. And that'll be good. System alone. So Tomjanovich with 19 points now. Houston lead up to 6. How the Celtics are maintaining momentum, I don't know. So let's see here. I get it over to Carr. Carr will shoot a 2. And that's going to be, oh no. HRF is greater than 2, so that's going to be a miss. Getting burned by many times on the HRF today, being a visiting team. Guess that's home court advantage there. So Lavelle with the board. Celtics need a stop here. And they'll get it over to White. And White will pass it. Looks like can't get anybody open. So I can't get it to the point guard. So they get it to Malone. And the up and under is going to be blocked by Cowens. As Maxwell comes down with the board. Pass it over to Carr. No, Carr can't get open. It's going to go over to Archibald. Archibald with a great feed. Back to Maxwell, and it goes in. So Maxwell with 19 points. Archibald with his 7th assist on the day. And it's now a 4-point game. 6 minutes approaching the halfway mark of the 4th quarter. Still plenty of time left. No need to panic yet. And they're going to get it over to Lavelle. Lavelle will shoot a 2. And that's going to be good. So big shot by Lavelle there. 6-point lead now for Houston. And still, I don't know how the Celtics momentum keeps going up. This is a glitch in it. It's going to go over to Cowens. Cowens with a great feed. Into Archibald. That's going to be good. So Celtics down by 4. Houston ball. Houston pushes it up. And they'll turn it over. So just the Celtics needed now. They can get within a 1-possession game here. If they can score here. It's going to go into Bird. Bird with a big shot here. And Bird gets it to go. So Bird had been quiet for a while this second half. Was able to get a big basket there. Pull the Celtics within 2. And they'll get it over to Malone. Malone shoots a 2. And his spin move will not go. Board taken down by Bird. Bird's been excellent on the boards today. And they'll get it over to Archibald on the fast break. And he's going to give a great assist pass over to ML Carr, who puts it up and in. Carr with 12 points. Archibald with his 8th assist. And more importantly, the Celtics have tied it at 93. So Houston will take a timeout with the score. Houston 93 and Boston 93. So Chris Ford's going to come back in the game, play very cautiously. Murphy. And I guess we'll have Reed. Reed's going to have to play a little bit over his minutes. With the Jones not in there. And you know what, though? Barry's going to come in there. Because he can fit in there. Because Jones does not play forward, so that shouldn't have anything to do with Reed's minutes. Okay, so let's see here. Celtics minutes. I think we're all good here. So except for Maxwell. Maxwell's gone over. So we don't have any of the power forward. Oh, Bird could come in at power forward. ML Carr could come in at small forward. ML Carr is having a good game. He's getting close to his minutes, though. I guess we'll have to bring Judkins in. Yeah, Judkins can come in. Oh, Judkins is actually close to his minutes, too. ML Carr's got 2 minutes more, so Don Chaney has not played yet. So Don Chaney could come in. I guess he could come in at small forward. All right, we'll have Chaney come in for now. I'll save those last couple minutes maybe before the end. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, so Houston ball, 93-93 after the timeout. I'll get it over to Malone. Malone with a great assist pass over to Lavelle. That was a scripted play there. And Houston back on top. Sure, we're just not gonna play him safe. Celtics inbound it, down by 2. Oh, it's gonna be a foul on Tom Janovich, his third personal. One more and Boston will be in the bonus. That could be key. Celtics inbound it. And it's going to go over to Bird. Bird will shoot a 2. And that jumper will not foul. It's going to be a forced miss by Lavelle. It's going to go out of bounds and it's going to be off the Celtics. So it's going to be Houston ball. And a 2-point lead as we approach the 4-minute mark. And Malone is going to be fouled. It's going to be a foul on Archibald, his third. And it'll be a shooting foul. So Malone will go to the line, shoot 2. He's 3 for 6 from the line today. First one's good. And he gets both of them. Ooh, that one just barely went in at crunch time here. So Houston with a 4-point lead. Celtics ball. And it's going to be a foul on Barry, his 4th. So from now on, Houston will be in the penalty. And Boston will be in the bonus, of course. Celtics inbounded, down by 4. And Ford's jumper will be no good. Murphy comes. Oh, no, he didn't. It was one of these guys. Okay. So it's going to be a pass. And it's going to go over to Malone. He'll shoot a 2. Oh, and that'll be good and a 3-point play. So not a good time for the Celtics to be fouling like that. So hold on. So defense 55. There is no defense 55. So it's going to be an offensive flagrant. No, it's only the ones that are highlighted. That's all I go by. I only go by that all the time. So that will be offensive flagrant. So that's going to be waved off. I know some of you don't agree with me with that, but I don't go by the ones that are highlighted because the computer picks out the ones that are going to be near the guys because we can't see exactly where these guys are, so I go by that. So Celtics inbound it, and it's going to be a commit foul on Murphy. So Ford will go to the line and shoot 2. So the basket gets waved off there by Malone. First one is good. Every point is important here, and that's going to be good. So he gets both of them. So it's now a 2-point Houston lead. And the ball. And it's going to be a steal by Chaney. And it's going to be a fast break pass to Archibald. This could tie the game. And it's going to be a great assist pass over to Bird. And it's going to be good. And the Celtics have tied it up at 97. 3 minutes left in the game. Houston inbounds it. Gets it over to Malone. Malone with a great assist pass. And that's going to go over to Murphy. And that'll be good. So Houston takes the lead 99-97. Celtics won this game 100-99. So we're going to be pretty close to that. But we're going to go a little bit over that. Hopefully with the same result as the Celtics winning. So Celtics inbound it. Oh, almost got it to Bird. Instead they get it to Archibald. Archibald shoots a 2. And his jumper is going to be good. Archibald ties it up with the jumper. Houston inbounds it. Oh, no. Lavelle with a great feed. Over to Malone. Malone slams it in. So Malone with 13 points. And a 2-point Houston lead. So Celtics inbound it. Ooh, almost a steal by Murphy. Not quite, though. And they'll get it over to Ford. Ford shoots a 2. And that's going to be no good as Murphy with great defense there. But Bird will come down with the offensive board. Puts it back up. Oh, and Bird's shot is off the mark. Murphy with the board. He'll pass it over to Lavelle. And he will not get that one to fall. Oh, are you kidding me? And Malone will end up with the board. Shoots a 2. And that's going to be good. So 4-point lead now for Houston. Celtics will take a timeout. Yes. So 2 minutes left. So we're going to make our substitutions here. We got to bring Maxwell in, though. It's crunch time now. Got to win this game. Do we want to bring Chris Ford in, or do we want to leave? Carr's got more points. Carr's got 3 assists. Oh boy, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Ford. I'm going to leave Ford in until he fouls out. If he fouls out. I guess we'll bring Reed back in. It's crunch time. Rick Barry, wow, he's got 24 points. Rick Barry should probably come in too. I guess we could have Reed come in at small. No. I guess that's good. I guess we don't have to bring in a Reed. Alright, I guess that's good. Alright, down to the last 2 minutes here. Celtics down by 4 with the ball. And they'll... No, nobody's open yet. And they'll get it over to Maxwell. Maxwell will be fouled. It's going to be a foul on Barry. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Barry his 5th personal. So Maxwell 5 for 7 from the line. First one's good. This time he makes both of them good. So it's now a 2-point lead for Houston with the ball. And they'll get it over to Malone. Malone will be fouled, though. It's going to be on Ford, and Ford's going to foul out of the game. So Chris Ford fouls out of the game. ML Carr will come in. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2. 5 for 8 is Malone from the line so far today. First one is good. And second one will not fall, as Maxwell rips down the board. So 3-point Houston lead now. He gets 1 of 2. And gets it over to Cowens. Cowens will shoot a 2, and it's going to be good. So 1-point game now. Celtics need a stop here as we near almost the minute mark. Actually, it will be the minute mark as soon as they inbound it. Celtics, come on, Celtics need a stop here. So Lavelle. And great defense here. That shot would have been good, but Cowens forces the miss. And he's going to end up with the board, so Celtics could take the lead here. And it's going to be a fast break to Bird. Bird puts it up. And that is going to be good. Larry Bird with a clutch shot. Puts the Celtics on top. 105 to 104. And assist is going to go to Maxwell. So Houston will call a timeout. So 105, 104. 1 minute left in the game. Houston takes a timeout. Celtics inbound it. Two timeouts for each team left. And they're going to get it over to Murphy. Murphy shoots a 2. And that won't go. And it's going to be a board by Mr. Larry Bird. Celtics pass it over. Oh, it's going to be a steal, though, by Murphy. No fast break, though, so they'll pass it. Over to Malone. Malone with the shot. And that won't go, but it's going to be, foul is going to be drawn. It's going to be a foul on Cowens, his 5th personal. So Malone will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 6 for 10 from the line today. Huge free throws here. First one's going to be good. Second one's a miss, though. Loose ball foul here. Point guard 72 or defensive high, so it's going to be on Archibald, though. So Malone will go to the line to shoot 2. I can't believe that's a shooting foul. But it is. 105, 105. First one's good. Second one yanks both of them. Celtics inbound it. Down by 2 now. Over to Archibald. Archibald will turn it over, though. No! Unbelievable. And they'll get it over to... Oh, no. This is going to be almost no time left here. Celtics are going to have to go with a quick foul here. They can't. Why can't they go for the foul? Just going to go for a 3-pointer. And that's a miss. Oh, thank goodness Celtics get the ball. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. As time runs out, the Celtics lose 107 to 105. Unbelievable. Oh. Right down to the wire there. The Celtics just could not convert enough there. And it's had some calls go against them there, definitely. Oh. So the Celtics lose a heartbreaker here. 105 to 107 to fall to 3 and 4. And they're actually 5 and 2 after this, so they're 2 games behind their pace now. Ouch. That is a heartbreaker there. Well, thank God the Patriots won. We'll go with that. So let's look at the stats here. So Barry led Houston with 24 points off the bench. Tomjanovich with 8 points. Lavelle with 9 points. with 9 assists. Tom Jonovich with 8 rebounds. Cedric Maxwell, 21 points, 12 assists, a double-double for Maxwell. Archibald with 9 assists. That was a painful, painful game. Celtics just fell a little bit short. So Maxwell had 21 points. Bird had 18 points. Celtics bench very good. Roby with 13, Carr with 12, and Henderson with 10. Collins with 10. Almost had all 5 starters with 10. Max Ford just had 9. Ford fouls out. Bird, not quite as bad in the second half, but definitely could have used a couple more baskets there, as evidenced by the score. Wow. So Malone and Rick Barry with 24 points off the bench. Awesome day. He's definitely player of the game there. Malone had an excellent second half despite that first half when he was injured, man. If he would have played the whole game, it probably would have been a lot worse than the score. So I guess we got to be thankful for that. So we almost pulled it out though. So Malone and Tom Jonovich with 19 points. Reed with 12. Murphy with 16. No Houston guys with double but they did out rebound us 43-36. Celtics 78% from the free throw line, 74% for Houston. Celtics did not complete a 3-pointer at all. 0 for 3, where Rick Barry had 4 3-pointers, 4 for 8 for the team. So they shot 50% from beyond the arc. That was the big difference right there. That's what kept them in the game. Celtics shot 55% from the floor, so they didn't do bad there. But they made up, like I said, Houston made up with it with their 3-point shots there. So that is it as the Celtics fall to 3-4. I think they were 61-21 on the actual season. So we're underperforming a little bit so far. But again, we're just getting used to the game and everything, getting used to the team. I feel like I'm starting to know the team a little bit better, when to use them and everything. So, all right. So thank you for joining me. It's Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. We will see you in the next Larry Bird Celtics replay of his 79-80 season, rookie season. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.